Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy last season, and he kind of came out of nowhere. We knew Indiana would be probably pretty solid again, but we didn't think Mendoza, coming from Cal, would be the caliber player that he was. So I have the guys who I think are going to be the finalists this upcoming season for the Heisman Trophy. One of these guys is going to be kind of a long ball shot that I think is possible, like Mendoza was. The others are kind of chalky, but this is who I got. I'm a big Lenora Sellers fan, and I think he has a big bounce-back season. I think coming back to school was the right idea. I think him staying at South Carolina was a pretty cool thing to do. Shane Beamer is coaching for his job. South Carolina needs a good season this year for him to keep his job, and Lenora Sellers is at the forefront of all of that. I think he has a huge year this year and plays like we thought he was last year, and I think he ends up in New York. Jeremiah Smith is the best football player in the country. I think he's a lock to be in New York this year. People thought he should have won the Blitnikoff last year, even though Mekhi Lemon did, who also had a phenomenal year and I think should have won it. But Jeremiah Smith, he's going to be in New York. Jaden Mayava's third year in Lincoln Riley's system. I think he explodes and gets even better than he was last year. If USC wants to make the playoff, they got to win one of those three tough games with Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. If they win one of those games, they go 10-2 or something, it's because Jaden Mayava plays his ass off and ends up in New York. I think he's one of the finalists. Dante Moore from Oregon. DeCorian Moore is back. Evan Stewart should be healthy. Jamari Johnson's one of the best tight ends in the country after losing Kenyon Sadiq the year before and Terrence Ferguson the year before that. Oregon just breeds good tight ends at this point. I think Dante Moore at the end of the year is going to be up there with all the stats, and he's going to find himself in New York as one of the finalists as well. My semi-wild card, which I don't think is even that crazy, is Mark Fletcher. The way he ended the season last year was insane. Darian Mentz is going to be there. He's a good quarterback, but he's not a guy that's going to completely take over games. Mark Fletcher at the end of last season had the ability to completely take over games. He's a huge bruising running back who has breakaway speed to score some long touchdowns, and I think Miami early in the season is going to be pounding the rock with Mark Fletcher, and he's going to be winning them games and just bludgeoning teams to death in the ground. I think Mark Fletcher is going to be not the surprise because he has decent odds and people know who Mark Fletcher is, but I think at the end of last season, he looked like Derrick Henry to me. I'm not comping him completely to Derrick Henry, but the way he took over games, the following season, we saw what Derrick Henry did after that end of that last season before that, and he went on to win the Heisman. I'm not saying Fletcher's going to win it, but I think he's going to have a dominant season this upcoming year in college football.